In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a Jimdo website. Now, the first thing you have to do here on your dashboard inside your Jimdo account, you want to go ahead and click on Create a New Website, or in case you've just created your account or haven't done that yet, the first thing you'll be able to see after you create one is this window over here, which is going to ask you how you want to start. So you could go ahead and start without coding or with coding. I'm going to go without coding because I assume most of you are going to want to use the no-code way, so I'm going to click on Start Now, and it's going to basically ask me a few more questions. So who's actually building this? I'm going to do a single individual. You could do a group of people if you want to. Continue, and then here, what's the purpose? So for this, I'm going to do just let's just see what options we have over here. You can use this slider. There we go. I'm actually gonna do a project or a hobby, so I'm gonna click on Continue, and then here, what should we call this site? I'm just going to name it tutorial, and then we're going to click on Continue. Of course, you can name it whatever you want, and then here you can basically go ahead and try to find your listing. If you don't see your profile, you can just add it, or I'm just going to just skip this step for now. And then here it's going to say, what are your goals? Now, you can go ahead and of course select your goals. I'm just going to go ahead and do share my portfolio here, and I'm going to press Continue. And then here you can go ahead and import photos from Facebook in case you have a Facebook page you want to import photos from. So click on here if you want to collect them, or if you don't want to do that, just click on skip this step. And then from here, you can then go ahead and select what your site is about. So for me, I'm going to do, let's just do this lessons and tutoring over here because this is a tutorial channel, and I'm going to do Continue. And then here you can go ahead and start with a style. There's a bunch of different ones. I'm going to use modern for this one, but of course you can use whichever one you want. Press Continue, and then again it says which hue is you. You can select any of these. I'm going to go for this green right now, but of course you can go ahead and select whatever. Continue, and then here, what pages do you need is going to say, and then I'm going to do gallery. I'm going to do events, and then I'm going to do team, and also let's just keep it like this for now. I'm going to press Continue. And then 1 sec, it's going to say we're loading, and you have to choose your site layout. Now we could choose it to be like this or like this here, so whichever you prefer. I'm going to select this first one here. I'm going to click on Continue, and there we go. This is where you can basically go ahead and select a domain if you want to. So if you want to get a domain, you can go ahead and buy it over here, or you could just scroll down and create your free website and start editing, and of course just basically explore the project first. So I'm going to do that right now, and you can of course come to the domain part later whenever your website is actually created. And there we go. Now essentially we have created our website. Of course, you can go ahead and edit whatever you want here. So for example, this is how it looks like. You could click on the preview button up top. It's going to preview it like that, and as you can see, there's of course like the website. You can see whatever you may want to change. You can go to edit website here, and this is where you can change whatever. You can add a favicon over here. You can click anywhere over here on the screen and edit that specific box. So to learn is to grow over here. For example, we could just do we're learning. There we go, and as you can see, I can change pretty much whatever over here. So whatever I click on, I could change the links by clicking the buttons. I could change the text over here. I could even like change the images and stuff like that. So anything is possible. Here on the left, you also have design. You can click on that, and then you can edit your color palette. You could edit the fonts of your website. You could basically change the buttons, the scrolling animations, which could be like a fade in, a slide in. You can do whatever you want here. You also have the option to change pages, so you could go ahead and like swap them by holding and dragging them down like this. There we go. You could go to domains, and as I said earlier, you can of course change your domains. And then here you have the search engines, which basically allows you to get seen on Google. And then you have other settings as well, where you can set the different settings regarding your account over here. Now just make sure that every single time you create something that you actually go ahead and save it, okay? Because if you don't do that, then your changes may get lost, which we don't want. And whenever you are happy with your website, here, as you can see, you can preview it again. And let's say you're now happy. Of course, you can take as much time as you want to actually go ahead and edit your website. And then you can just publish it by clicking the publish button. And then as you can see here, your website is going to go live. For me now, I just have this kind of like a Jimdo site, as you can see here, the domain, and I can open it in a new tab. And of course, currently it's blocked because I use Phantom, but doesn't matter. Now here, of course, you you can just go ahead and use it like that and share it with your friends, family, whoever you want to, or you could add a domain name over here and then get a custom website URL or a domain. So that's pretty much how to create a Jimdo website. I hope this video helped you out. If it did, please subscribe to the channel and help me out as well.